Hi there, I'm the Divine Miss Mikki. Yes, I made it back. It's been one hell of a ride. I've been wanting to record some things, but I either couldn't breathe or was getting some really bad nerve pain, because that's what cold weather does to me, and it's been pretty cold. Can't you tell? I've got my little fleecy hoodie cape on, and I've got 2 heaters going because it's a cold house. It's cold for here. So, anyway, one of the videos that I wanted to, well, one of the subjects I wanted to talk about is something that came up when a very dear friend asked for a bit of advice. And she asked me, how do you get rid of bad thoughts, like negative thoughts? How do you get rid of them? How do you stop them? And, you know, that's not an easy question to answer because there's so many variables that come into it. And you have to look at, where are you emotionally? Are you easily triggered because of trauma? Trauma from childhood? Trauma from your teen years, from adult years, all of the years? Is your personality one that is prone to negativity? Have you been programmed to think the worst? You know, like, oh, don't think good things because they'll never happen to you. Why not? Why can't you have good things? Because you can. Just have to believe it, that's all. So this is where I'm what I'm meaning by there's no simple answer. So the first thing to ask yourself is, what has been my programming, my negative programming? Did it come from childhood? Did it come over the years? Was it from peers, parents, teachers, friends, TV, YouTube, TikTok? We could go on and on and on. So where has the negative programming come from? Are you dealing with trauma? Or are you not dealing with trauma that should be dealt with? That's another reason there. So, if you're answering yes to any of those, well, you're getting answers as to where the negativity comes from. Once you actually know where it's coming from, you can actually make some moves to reprogram yourself. Now, it sounds very complicated. And if you've got PTSD, CPTSD, or other trauma, abuse-related issues, yeah, it is a bit more complicated. Sometimes a lot more complicated, but not impossible. It's you can tell that I'm off the cuff right here because this is the way I work best. I just let it come out. When we get those negative thoughts, we have a choice. We have a choice that, do we believe it or do we not believe it? That's as simple as it gets. We can either believe the negativity or not believe it. We don't have to believe it. We can say no. So that's the first thing. Well, one of the first things. I think there's a lot of firsts in here. But we have to acknowledge where it's coming from, and we have to see what impact do these words have on us. If there's not really any impact, it's just sort of like a negative thought, but you're sort of like, oh, okay, whatever, then you've got no problem. But if it's controlling your relationships, if it's controlling the way you perceive things, if you're being triggered, that is by their words, the actions, the tones of another person, that can bring about the negative thoughts. Even to the point of food, drink, chemicals, smells. They all have an impact on our mental health. So, yeah, that's a lot, isn't it? It's like, gee, I got to think of all these things if I have a bad thought. No, you don't. No. They're just explanations and things to be aware of. And if you find that you're getting a lot more, there's certain times when, or certain situations where you get more negative thinking, you get more depressed, you get more down, take note. Like for me, there are triggers that I've had. I've gotten rid of a lot with the EMDR and a lot of trauma healing frequencies, doing the world of good. But I'd have triggers. And a lot of it was tones of voice and also loud voices, aggressive voices that just would shatter me. Add to that, as I found out when I was 39, I'm allergic to gluten. I'm celiac. I was asymptomatic. So I didn't have obvious symptoms until I knew what I was dealing with. And then I knew, oh yeah, there's a lot of symptoms there. And one of the things is that gluten affects me physically, psychologically, and emotionally. I just crash. On all three levels, I just crash. Now, that could be happening to someone out there and they're just unaware that a simple thing like gluten can do that to them. Then comes perfumes. There are perfumes out there that, and there's one in particular, I won't name it. Oh yes, I will. And I'm going to say for entertainment purposes only, so deal with that one. But it's called Red Door. And it had been known that it caused aggressive behaviour in children. So if it caused that in children, what's it doing to adults? And then there's all the other, smells and even sugar. Sugar hype can bring out the worst in people. So, I'm complicating it, I know, but I'm just showing that there's many things that can be behind negative thinking. So what do we do when we have the negative thought? Because we're not going to, sit there and do a psychoanalysis on ourselves. That's really getting in the too hard basket. There's a couple of things if you're able to access YouTube. Look for some stress relieving, anxiety relieving, negative energy relief, healing frequencies. Find what works for you. They're brilliant. They really are brilliant. Then also comes a very simple technique. you have a negative thought. Geez, I don't look good in this, do I? Oh, geez, this has come down and it looks much better up there. And oh, gee, look at me. Look at that nose. Oh, hang on. What am I doing? Okay. So I was a little uncomfortable and going, okay. I suppose, no, it's not too bad, is it? No, that's all right. Yeah, okay. Well, what if I do it like that? Hey, half on, half off. Oh, yeah, that's okay. Oh, that's a good schnoz. Yep. Okay. What did I just do? I took the negative thinking and I turned it around. I did a flip. I acknowledged the negative thought. I didn't make a big deal. I acknowledged it. I looked at it. Okay, fine, okay. Nose. Okay. Bit of a joke about the schnoz. Bye-bye negative thought. I turned it into a nothing burger. There's the thing of, geez, I've got a big butt. So what? That's now fashionable. I wish I could, sing like someone else. I get this often, people saying, they wish they could sing like me. And it's kind of like, I wish I could understand IT the way you do. I wish I could maybe knit the way you do. Or, have the business mind you do. I do not have a business mind. I'm a great ideas person, but I don't have a business mind. So, the point when we do the comparison is we come here with skills that are our skills. And we can learn some new skills. But we're here with a set of skills that are to be used for our growth and our journey and how we're helping others, how we help humanity. We come with these skills. So I might be able to sing, but I can't knit for quids. I can't. My mother tried teaching me. It didn't work. So what? You've always got something that you're good at. You could be a really great cook. You could be a really great housekeeper. Well, I'm not. You could be an absolute awesome nurse or a brilliant masseuse. You could play the guitar like an absolute pro. You could take the most beautiful photographs. That's your skill. So let go of the comparison and acknowledge what you're good at. And when you go, oh, well, I can do that, but I'm not so good at it. Just to say you're not good at it. Do you enjoy doing it? Do you love it? Is it fun? Does it make you feel good? Then you're good at it. And it also brings me to the thing. I know that there's, and I've been both sides of the fence with this, but like karaoke. Karaoke people associate with people who can't sing. And they're there. Yeah. But so what? It's not a singing competition. It's about people having fun with music and having their 5 minutes of fame. That's what it's about. And it can bring people out of their shell, where suddenly you can have someone who might be able to sing okay, and suddenly they're singing brilliantly because they've come out of their shell. They're not afraid. In fact, karaoke brought me out. I had dreadful stage fright. And I started doing karaoke with my daughter, my youngest, to try and help build her confidence up. And bang, out came mine. So let's not be negative about this. Let's see the good in it. And it's like with so many other things. You know, I'm trying to think of, some good examples, but there's so many, brain's not quite working. It's not there. But I mean, I hope you get the gist of what I'm saying. It's actually human to have negative thoughts. It's a human trait. We do it. We have it. It's whether you let those thoughts control you. So, you can have all this trauma to heal. You can have all this abuse to heal. You might not have any to heal. You might have a personality that's kind of a little bit on the negative side, but you can turn that around. The thing is not to fight the negative thoughts. Because when you fight something, you create a battle. And when you have a battle, it becomes hard. And often when something is hard, we give up. I surrender. Can't do this. It's too hard. It's just too much. It's too much. It's too much for me. I can't do it. Yes, you can. But stop the fight. Stop the fight. You see acknowledge the negative thought. Gee, my nose is big, isn't it? It's a little bit weird. A bit white, isn't it? That's my lily white skin. I turned it into a joke. I put down and I had fun with it. Got a big butt. I like big butts and I cannot lie. They made a song out of it. Give it a go. It takes a while. And maybe you might get on the first go. Maybe it might take 10 goes. You won't know unless you keep trying. So, on that note, and I'm so glad I got this far, I'm like, yay! You hadn't seen what I was like. It was pretty bad. But take a chance when you can. So, I'm going to stop this one, and I might get another one in because there's 2 subjects I've wanted to do based on things that have happened. Because I get inspired by nature, by the words of people. I get inspired on what to talk about. That non-political, that is. It's not hard to find inspiration with the politics, is it? Yeah, I'm going to, as an Australian, who used to watch Hey Hey It's Saturday on Saturday mornings and then on Saturday night. Love the show. And we lost, just yesterday, we lost the voice of Hey Hey. John Blackman, an amazing character voice. He did Dickie Nee. I can't forget the old lady's name. Oh, if any Aussies are there and you can remember, Mrs. Mackle or something like that. But he did Aussie Ostrich, that is, and a whole heap of other voices. And he had a very brave battle with cancer, and he actually lost his jaw, and they had to rebuild him. And he still got back into radio, dealing with this, and he got back into radio. But he's now in that radio station in heaven. And much love to all those who personally knew him. And we have some big names who absolutely loved him. And he will be sorely missed in the Australian entertainment industry. So, R.I.P. John Blackman. Go do those voices up there. And when you come down, give some of us mediums some of those voices and make us laugh. I think that's pretty cool. So, on that note, I want you to be kind to yourself. More than anything, be kind to yourself. If you have a negative thought, acknowledge it. See where it comes from. Let it go. Make a joke out of it. Have fun with it. Flip it. Flip it more than a pancake. You can do it. And I'm going to bid you adieu. I would love any of your comments, particularly on this subject, because I think it's an important one. If we're going to change and make the world a better place, we have to change in ourselves, and that means change our negative thinking. So I'd love so much to hear your words, to hear your thoughts, your experiences. I would love to hear it. If you like this video, thumbs up would be awesome. Share if you can. It might just go to, catch the eye of someone who really needs to hear this right now. And if you're not subscribed, I would love for you to subscribe. I'd really love it. And we can create more magic on this incredible community we have on YouTube. Social media is not perfect. And you're still going to get bad people as much as you get good people. But you just go, yeah, to the bad ones. That's their stuff. And my battery has just said it's going a bit low, so I better shut my mouth now before I suddenly run out of battery. On the phone, that is. Okay, so bye for now. Sending you loads of love. Bye for now. Bye. Skittle says bye.